which led us to incubate YGG SEA, their first regional sub-DAO, and also YGG Japan. So other than investing, we also build and grow with many of our portfolio as well, whether it is like tokenomic, protocol design or like exchange listings. We signed up a connection with like Binance, KuCoin, OKX, and Bybit, etc. And investors of our fund will include like Circle, Mocha, DCG, Gumi, and more. And so typically when we look into a game deal, we'll look into the deals with YGG SEA as well. So basically we will try to, of course, look into the game design, the tokenomic design, whether if it is a token deal, we would like to see if the token makes sense, if the utility is there. And also we will consider the possibility of like partnering with YGG SEA in terms of like the scholar part of that. But I think if my colleague is here, he will explain better like for the YGG SEA part. So I'm just gonna speak more on the IVC part today.
Awesome, Clement. Thanks a lot. And just to clarify, when you invest as YGG or as Infinity Ventures crypto?
So it would be IVC for me.
IVC, perfect. Thanks a lot, Clement, for this brief intro.
Thank you.
Okay, right now I want to give the word to another investor from Krypton Ventures, Jeremy Rinaldi. Jeremy, could you please briefly introduce Krypton? Jeremy, are you here?
I think Jeremy will join later.
Okay, then Adam, definitely Adam Kovacs from Master Ventures. Adam, would you like to introduce yourself and your investment fund?
Sure, we are a Thailand-based venture studio. We are pretty much actually the same like Alex. So we like to invest early. We're pretty much agnostic. In the past 2 years, let's say we invested more than 200 projects, mainly infrastructure, gaming, and DeFi, like Star Atlas, Sidus Heroes, Titan Arena. So pretty much in many deals. We also have a launch pod. It's called Paid Ignition. So we also launch projects, incubate projects. We also accelerating our own ideas. So pretty much like one-stop venture. Regarding the ticket size, it's a private fund, so we are also pretty flexible from 50K to 500K, 600K. So it's really depends on the projects and on the founders and on the use case. We also like to be really hands-on, so we like to invest in a phase where we really can advise on the tokenomics part, on the marketing part. So where we can make actually a difference.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Adam. It was really very short and bright pitch. And I want to invite Jack Broadway to introduce his fund. Jack, could you please do a short intro of your investment thesis?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having us. I'm Jack and I'm with the Alphabit Fund. We're a crypto asset fund based in the Cayman Islands. Our investment thesis is pretty broad. We're pretty chain and sector agnostic. We often come in early on a project and can help incubate and accelerate the project. We like to get pretty hands-on. As for ticket size, pretty flexible, as the rest of you guys, just depends based on the project. I'm also representing Launchpool and Gamify. Launchpool is a pre-IDO launch platform and Gamify is an IDO platform for gaming metaverse projects. Just looking forward to hearing from you all.
Awesome, Jack. Thanks a lot for this brief intro. And I see the message from Abdul that we have here also Alex from Foresight Ventures. He's just with another account, Penkfei G, right? Alex, are you here?
Yeah. My Chinese name is Penkfei. I'm from Foresight Ventures. So nice to meet you guys, because we are crypto fund with $400 million, and we are based in the US and China and Singapore. So basically, but I'm based in China. Yeah, good. Nice to meet you. Really great to get an invitation from Nene. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alex. And you have a beautiful local name, Penkfei. I like it. Yeah, and right now we start the startup pitches. I remind to all founders that you have 5 minutes to pitch, and then we do not limit you with Q&A with VCs. So VCs can ask any questions they need to know to make a decision if they want to follow up. And after this pitching session, we will collect feedback from all participating VCs and make warm introductions with those ones who want to follow up with you for the deal. And I want to invite Sugarverse, the startup from Bulgaria, and the founder, Philip Balkanski. Philip, would you like to be the first?
Hi, guys. Hi, thanks for the intros. Pleasure to meet all the people that I haven't spoken to before, and hi to everybody that we have spoken before. So.
Please, Philip, start share your screen with the pitch deck.
Okay, give me a second, please.
Sure.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Can you make it a bit bigger? Or...
Yeah, 1 second.
That's perfect. All the microphone is yours for 5 minutes.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, guys. My name is Philip. I'm one of the co-founders of the Sugarverse, and I'm here to tell you a little bit of a story of how we think that play-to-earn economies are broken, and we have completely reimagined it. So a little bit about ourselves as a gaming studio. We really understand, we come from a Web2 background of building mobile games. 2 of our most popular titles are called Lady Popular and Can Wars. We have over 60 million players within our ecosystem, and we've been around since 2005, so quite a long time now. We have over 10 games out there, published in over 30 languages. So we really understand how to build games and how to perform in a gaming environment. So in the beginning, we were 7 people in 2005. 2009, we got an investment from Rocket Internet of Tier 1 VC in Europe. We got the investment to scale, and we did scale to over 60 million players. And now basically the whole studio is up to 80 people, and we're here to conquer play to earn. And that's really our focus going forward. So our backgrounds as founders of the Sugarverse is really in both Web2 and Web3. We build projects such as Hydra and Locktrip, which are Web3 projects, and we build successful companies like Print, Codery, Access Software, Software University. So we really have a broad background in terms of how to scale companies and build companies and get them to get over $1 million of revenue each. So we really understand how to build startups overall. So the Sugarverse, really, what's the Sugarverse? It's a metaverse which has 7 planets and 7 integrated mobile games. And we're all about making sure that we can bring and deliver this amazing experience to gamers and actually provide it in a very sustainable and very cyclical economy to fix what's broken. And this is what we feel that is broken. We think that play-to-earn economics is what you call a Ponzi-nomics, and we don't like that. So we think that whenever new players whenever the inflow of new players slows down, older players can cash out, and therefore a lot of the economics breaks down. So there's plenty of examples. I don't have time to give you a lot, but I'm sure you guys know of them. So here's how we are actually different. So one of the main things that we've actually done is we've introduced predictability for our earnings when we actually decoupled our double token system. So players actually earn G Candy in our games, which is a non-crypto token, and they can exchange it over a market exchange rate on our marketplace on our website to Candy, which is our crypto token. And actually doing this and controlling the exchange rate, we actually provide predictability. The second thing is we've introduced something called a spin to win reward economy. And this is actually taken from the online casino industry. And that's one of the major concepts coming into the market and ensuring new players coming into the online casino market. So this is how actually it works. Players actually enter our games and get G Candy, and they earn it from the games. They can actually use the G Candy within our ecosystem to play against other people. So therefore, you can imagine yourself playing against other people. You play against 3 people, you get matched, and then you pay up a buy-in, and then you get faced with the spin to win mechanic, which gives you a multiple of your buy-ins, which can be up to 2 times, up to 1,000 times your initial buy-in. Then what happens is, because it's a 3-person lobby, 2 of them lose and 1 of them is the winner. The 2 lost buy-ins get pushed into a community treasury, and that community treasury that gets used to pump and to sponsor future rewards, actually creating a future cyclical economy, ensuring that older players can cash out regardless of whether they're a new or an older player. Now, what we have is we have 3 game modes: PvE, PvP, and guilds. I just like to stress on the guilds part, because we're super focused on making sure that we provide a really great environment for guilds to participate in all of our games, all of our 7 games and the metaverses. So people can create guilds, manage guilds, invite people to guilds, and ensure that you can rent out avatars, you can sponsor other people's playings, you can sponsor their civilizations and actually share the rewards. So that's actually quite important for us. Another really big factor for our kind of project is the real world environments and real world partnerships that we can do with it. Because we're a candy themed metaverse, a lot of the confectionery brands at the moment, they don't have a place where they can participate in the metaverse, and we have created exactly that. Not only that, for example, sponsoring planets and sponsoring in-game items, we can actually we want to create an app and partner with those brands to hide rewards behind real life candy bars. So you can discover NFTs, you can discover candy tokens, etc. if you scan them in real life. So decentralization is really big in our platform. I'm not going to go deep into it, but having decentralized token, being an owner, provides you a certain rights to actually vote on some things within our system. So you can actually take a look and ask me later for that. Our tokenomics is quite simple. We have closed our seed round, which was 480K. This was closed through high net worth individuals and angel investors. We're open our private rounds. We're raising 1.2 million, and that's at a 4 million valuation at TG. Also, our initial market cap is 1 million, and also the fully diluted is 40 million. So open to questions there, etc. Tokenomics. It's you can take a look. I'm not going to go into a deep dive. You can take a look. We have a total supply of 20 billion. Major developments or game development rewards, teams, etc. You can see the reward here are a massive chunk, and a lot of those will be burned with the longevity of the project, which is also quite unique to games, because not a lot of games have burning mechanisms. But because of our economy, we can afford to have that. And here's our roadmap. We want to be a long-term project. Therefore, we have extended our roadmap to 2026. And you can take a look on screen what we are about and what we are trying to achieve. So thank you very much for your time. And we're open to questions.
Awesome, Philip. Thanks a lot. And sorry if I interrupted you at the end.
Absolutely.
I thought you finished.
There's never enough talking.
And I love how you started, because I hear from a lot of VC investors, especially those who are focusing specifically on GameFi sector, that something is wrong with play to earn model. So maybe this will be the perfect answer to the question, what to do next with this model.
We're certain that it is.
Questions from investors. Please don't hesitate to unmute yourself and ask questions to Philip. Alex, please.
Hey, Philip, thank you for the great pitch. I've got just one quick question. So you mentioned 7 total planets, 7 games. Is it going to be ultimately limited to 7 total, or down the line you could expand beyond 7?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's our first kind of metaverse world and galaxy. We can always build another one, and if there is enough demand, we can keep on building them. Our goal is to become a games publisher. Therefore, we want to partner as many studios as out there and bring this opportunity to provide a very easy way for Web2 studios to become Web3 and enter the play to earn kind of segment with our technology, which is powered by the GCandy token.
Great. Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Any other questions to Philip?
Yeah, sorry. Is the games gonna be like hyper casual games? Like what's the game gonna be like?
Yeah, actually, they're not hyper casual. We're focusing on mobile casual segments. So if you think in the Web2 world, Clash of Clans, Subway Surfer, Matchmasters, things like that, which are not hyper casual, but they're high quality games, high quality mobile games. That's the segment we're after.
So are you gonna like bring aboard your Web2 games as well to the P2E like economy as well?
Yeah, good question. We're not bringing our existing games. We're building brand new games, because what we feel like is Web2 games are not perfect for Web3, and we're actually modifying our knowledge in Web2. But what we are bringing from Web2 is our ecosystem of 60 million gamers, which we already have across our games, and we can cross-market to them once our game is out there. Because we have this opportunity to have G-Candy as a non-crypto token, anybody can play the game, even not converting them into candy. So therefore, we do want to have this understanding of Web2 and convert that into Web3, but the economies and how games work and how the game mechanics work inside will be specifically designed for Web3, because they are very different in our opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just one last one. Is there any existing partnership on the real world partnership you mentioned?
We are currently speaking to a couple of confectionery brands, but we feel that it's a bit too early for that. So we want to actually launch our first planets and the first games, well, the 11th game we actually have developed to be able to show them, because a lot of those people are in marketing, and obviously marketing people, they like the visuals and they like to see what they can buy into. But rest assured, we have the contacts to actually reach out to them and speak to them.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Clement. Any other questions?
Yeah, just wondering what community and traction you've built so far. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Let me just slide back and I can show you. We are quite in the early stage of the product development. So our community so far is around 9K across the board. So Twitter, Telegram, and most importantly, Medium. So we feel that Medium is one of the most important channels for us. Not a lot of crypto companies utilize it for some reason. And we feel that we can stretch a lot more information into the blog post there. So we are really benefiting on that at the moment. So as I mentioned, early stage, but great beginnings. And we feel that with the right investors, that community is going to grow even higher.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Philip. Thanks for your presentation. And we will follow up shortly with you with the requests. And maybe one more question from YouTube chat. Leonor Marcos is asking, are there in-game purchase options in Sugarverse?
Are there in-game, sorry, what?
In-game purchase options.
Oh, purchases. We have thought about it, so that's an ongoing discussion. We will have a marketplace, but one of the major things that we want to introduce is in-game purchases of NFTs, because that's our main kind of avatars, things like that. So we are thinking about introducing visuals and also having extra lives that you can purchase within the games, because for our single player, that's it's one of the major things is if you burn out through your lives, you have to either wait for 24 hours, which is quite a cool mechanic from Web2, or you can purchase your extra lives and continue playing. So yes, in essence, they will be in-game purchases.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Philip. You can stop your screen share right now.
Absolutely.
And a special notice for Alex, Clement, Jack, and other investors whom we have here in Zoom now. Guys, you have the right of the first night, how we say it, yeah? So you will be the first to get your feedback and to introduce you with the founders you want to talk. So please tell our team after this session, with whom do you want to communicate privately, to listen to the more detailed pitch privately, and we are happy to make warm introductions and facilitate the deals. And before we move to the next startup, I see another investor, Sarah Zhang from BKEX Labs joined us. So Sarah, could you please give a brief intro about your fund and your investment focus? Sarah, you are on mute right now. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. Nice to meet you. It's my pleasure connected with you guys. So I'm from BKEX Capital. So I'm as the investment director in BKEX Capital. Actually, our capital has been more than 7 years. Our team has about 16 people, and we have employees in San Francisco, Dubai, Shanghai, and so on. And we have did a lot of investment portfolio, like the Filecoin, ETC, and very much. And thank you very much to attend this meeting. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I hope you will find some good investment opportunities here today. So, we will have recorded all the session. So since you missed Philip's speech, you can always watch it in the recording, and we will share the pitch decks with you definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining. And right now I want to give the word to another startup, this time from Dubai, Zappy. And the founder, Matteo Gamberale. Sorry, Matteo.
Hello, everyone. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's an Italian name. I understand that it's not. It's Gamberale. It's pretty difficult, right?
Gamberale.
Gamberale,
yeah.
correct.
Gamberale.
Correct.
Sorry, Matteo.
That's
so
perfect.
You have
No
your
problem.
5 minutes, and please
Sure.
start your screen share.
Yes, I will share my screen. First of all, I'm very, very excited to be here. Thank you to InnMind and Abdul for the great job that you guys are doing. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Can you see it?
Yes. Can you make it a bit bigger?
Bigger.
Yeah. Now it's great.
Now it's good. Perfect. Amazing. All right. Just tell me when I can start, and I will start immediately.
You can start right away. All Perfect. The time is yours. 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about Zappy. So the first important thing, of course, is the problem. So the problem is probably the problem of the decade, which is data sharing, right? So data sharing and video ads are perceived as a negative and disruptive element. And as we all know, our data is gathered online, is collected, and is sold for a profit, but we're not getting any share of that. So the demographic that we're targeting to is Gen Z, which is a huge demographic, especially in the US. The spending power is incredible. And the landscape we're talking about includes video ads, data mining, mobile gaming, in-app purchase, NFTs, and crypto for a total market size of over 500 billions now, and is projected to be over 2 trillion. So the solution is pretty simple. It's making video ads and sharing data voluntary and profitable for the final end user. And our bridge to that solution is Zappy. So Zappy is a mobile app that rewards its users based on actions performed within the app itself. So it feels like a game, but it is actually an entire earning ecosystem, as we like to call it. So the first way to earn is the watch to earn component. So basically users can watch video ads from their favorite brands or influencers. They watch the video, they earn our token. The second way is the share to earn. So they can share basically their preferences with their favorite brands, and the brands can collect first-party data and zero-party data, the most valuable data ever. And we're giving the will, the free will to the final user to actually decide if to sell their data for a profit or not. So we're selling their data for them, and we split the profit with them. Also, the education component for us is very, very important. We want to make sure that our users know what they're doing, what the big players are doing with their data, what we're going to do with their data, and they can make this choice knowing what they're doing. Also, we're teaching them what Web3 is, what cryptocurrencies are, what they can do with their decentralized assets, how to manage them in a responsible way. All of this creating a circular economy where everybody wins, because brands receive spontaneous data, voluntary data, clean data, right? Users finally get paid for their data, and we put them in front of each other. So we create a circular economy. The last way to earn is the gamified experience. We wanted to, the entire app to feel like a game, right? So we introduced the avatar system together with Ready Player Dummy, and every single accessory of the avatar will be an NFT. So users will be able to buy our NFTs. They can buy brands NFTs, or they can create their own through an editor that we will have in the app, NFT editor. They can also export their avatar in over 600 metaverses and projects that are working with Ready Player Dummy, or they can use them to play mini games. So we're going to have a lot of mini games in the app that we are going to develop, and we're going to integrate from other projects so they can earn even more. What do they earn though? They earn coins. Coins is an in-app currency. It won't be listed, and they can use coins to buy a lot of things in the app. So they can buy coupon cards from their favorite brands, NFTs, boosts, etc. in the app, or they can swap them to ZPY through the Zappy wallet. So ZPY will be listed. It will have voting power. They can be staked, can be farmed, etc. So this is tokenomics. the biggest size over here is in-app rewards, and we'll have a burning mechanism as well. And the revenue model is pretty clear. So we have both B2B and B2C revenue model. So video ads and data monetization is the B2B revenue model, and the B2C is the in-app purchase and premium features. This is our team, pretty well-experienced team between the US, Italy, we got Israel, we got UK, and Dubai. And we work for major companies all over the world, and very, very happy with the professionalism of our team. This is our roadmap. So right now we're on private sale. We'll have a pre-sale at Q4 2022. Then on Q1 2023, we will have a balancer liquidity bootstrapping pool event. If you're not familiar with what that is, I can explain you later. The alpha release of the app will also be on Q1 2023. Then the beta release, both the closed beta and the open beta, will be on Q2 2023. And the break-even point, this is very important, will be on the 13th month. Projected year 2 is 6.6 net revenue. So what we did so far, we completed both the back end and the front end analysis. We developed the entire UX. We created and tested the smart contracts, and we partnered with a marketing agency, development company, cybersecurity protocol, and the avatar company I just mentioned. So the competitor analysis, very important, because I mean, we do not have direct competitors, we have indirect competitors, but there is no one that can actually merge rewarded high quality video ads and clean data with, targeting Gen Z in a vertical way. So we're basically covering all of that. So the fundraising raised so far, we raised $320,000 through token sale with a fully diluted market cap between 20 and 22 millions. We're open to both token sale and equity. And the total raise for the private sale, pre-sale, and balancer liquidity bootstrapping pool is 4 million. That will get us through the alpha release, the beta release, up until the break-even point at the 13th month. Hope I was in the 5 minutes. open to all the questions that you guys want.
Yeah, Matteo, it was a good timing. And actually, we have quite a lot of questions in our live chat in YouTube asking how to reach out to the founders and how to get your DEX, etc. So I want to reply to people there that, guys, the DEX are available for verified investors, verified by InnMind team. We can't publish the pitch decks without the permission from the founders. But if you want to contact the founders for partnership, for any kind of biz dev purposes, contact our team and we will definitely help you with warm introductions. And now let's go to questions from VCs. So please unmute yourself and ask questions to Matteo about Zappy. Don't be so shy.
Yeah. Hi. You mentioned user-generated content. Just again, wondering like what kind of community and traction have you seen so far? Thanks.
Yeah, sure. So basically, we just launched our social channels. It was like a month ago, maybe less than that. So we are starting right now with the community building. We have overall probably 5,000 followers between the various socials, but we didn't start with the marketing campaign yet. So we'll start with the marketing agency we just started. And we'll start probably between the next week and the week after that. User-generated content is very, very important for us. We'll be on phase 2 of the application. So basically, users will be able to upload their own videos, and based on the response of the other users to that video, we can put them in contact with their favorite brands, and they can become influencers for their brands. So is a great way to create basically influencers, and also is a win-win situation, right? So because brands finally get a real influencer from that the crowd itself chose, and the user finally get the chance to become influencers from the brand itself.
Sam, thank you very much.
No problem.
Good, thank you, Jack. Any other questions? Yeah, Alex, please.
Matteo, thank you for the great pitch. Quick question on the 320K that was raised already. Can you provide some color? I think you mentioned that it was via a token sale. What valuation did they come in at? Any other details you might be able to provide around that fundraise would be helpful. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. So the 320K so far was raised through a club deal here in Italy, where I'm currently. and the valuation was between 20 and 22 millions. The fully diluted market cap, not the valuation, the fully diluted market cap of the was between 20 and 22 millions. So we did raise that, and we finished the raise a month ago. So that's basically more or less everything that is on that raise.
So the investors that would be coming into the private sale would be participating at the same FDV?
Correct.
Okay.
It will start. Yeah, we'll start from that. We'll have different. We have 4 different levels of investment based on our early investment is and how big the ticket is. But yeah, more or less, we're talking about that valuation, that market cap right now. Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That sounds like a good approach. So it does not matter if it came earlier or later, the price will not differ.
Yeah, the private sale itself, we wanted to divide them into 4 small rounds, right? So the token price actually changes a little between one and the other round, but it really depends from the ticket as well and how valuable the investor is. We can vary that. So definitely more or less the same fully diluted market cap.
Good. Any other questions to Matteo? I see Sarah is unmuted. Sarah, you want to ask question or you forgot to mute?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay, good. So if there are no more questions, you can always ask them privately when you will have follow-up conversations. Thanks a lot, Matteo, for your presentation. It was great. And you can now stop screen share. We will follow up with you shortly.
Thank you, guys. It was such a pleasure. Open to questions later on.
Awesome. And Matteo and other founders here, guys, I see that there could be some collaboration potential also between the startups. So if you want to get introduced to another founder who was pitching today, feel free just to drop a message to our team. We are glad to do it for you. And right now, I want to give the word to another startup. So this time, it is a startup from Portugal, BKEX Gaming, and the founder, Carlos Simões. Carlos, are you ready?
Yes, I am, Nelly, and thank you. Your energy is contagious.
You are so sweet. So start your screen share now.
I will do it. I will just put
and I heard Portugal has a lot of benefits for crypto holders, crypto investors, and crypto startups, right?
Well, more or less. I think people, before I start, misconfuse or make some kind of confuse in the terms of individual and companies. So for individuals in Portugal, yes, you are completely tax-free for a certain range, of course. But for businesses, actually is a bit worse than in other countries. So don't get that BS from the social media that Portugal is such a crypto hub. You have to have a look first. I would be keen to give you more ideas and how the tax works in Portugal. But
a good sales speech. So for investors who are here, you can reach out to Carlos for private, honest advice about Portugal approach for crypto assets.
Okay.
Well,
Nelly, tell me one thing. Oops. Can you see my screen?
Yes. And right now you can start your pitch.
Okay. So welcome to everyone here. I'm Carlos, the founder of VXG. Greetings to everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to showcase VentureX Gaming, which we are the unique gaming monetization layer, and for us, the ultimate destination for players, content creators, and developers. We have seen a lot of people talking about the play-to-earn tokenomics, and that's exactly what we want to solve too. So since late 2020, we saw the introduction of play-to-earn into the Web3 space. That's cool, but the idea isn't new. Esports was here even before that, before 2010. Also, these new earning methods brought many problems into the space that haven't been solved. Even, I don't want to be rude, with dual economies whatsoever, there's still an issue. And the issues are play-to-earn players lost over 5 billion in 2021, just in 2021. The content creators cannot then share unreliable games with their community, because they will lose revenue in the streaming platforms, they will lose community, and they also lose revenue with the tipping systems from the streaming platforms, which is bad. And for game developers, they don't have any reliable and frictionless platform to deploy and publish games. So we see multiple issues in the whole industry that we want to tackle. So for us, we know we are the solution. Why? Because we want to solve the problems mentioned, and we are the bridge for the Web2 users. We let game developers publish their games seamlessly through our API, and we give them the tools to receive revenue, to create actual revenue, not from the token sales. Content creators then can increase their revenue up to 30% with our gaming pools and tournaments and our platform. And the players at the end, they are not impacted with liquidity issues because they can actually monetize their skill and compete in gaming pools or tournaments. So if you're wondering how we earn money for us, VXG earns money with 3 verticals: play to earn, marketplace, and the arena. So as a play to earn ecosystem, we focus on the play to earn. So we have instant matches, which are gaming pools, and you have more or less an idea how much revenue we generate in fees, or the protocol generates in fees on gaming pool matches and monthly tournaments. Then the marketplace takes up to 10% fees on selling items like NFTs, skins, coaching, data. So it will depend of the services that people want in the marketplace. And as the protocol grow, we want to create our own team. So we want to stake new talent to generate revenue for the protocol. So, which is quite interesting because we are supporting new talent into the emerging space of play to earn or esports, how you want to call it. So now you have here the A team. Why do we are the A team? Because we have different skill sets that range from IT to management, gaming to blockchain, Web2 to Web3. I'm a savvy player too. I've been working in different companies, Siemens, for example, and we have savvy players and developers in the team that know the needs of the whole esports ecosystem. The members of our team have helped different projects from DeFi like Curve Finance, supporting with multiple proposals that have been accepted. And Charek, for example, is a blockchain developer that helped OpenSea and LivePeer, helping their users saving millions in hacks. So he's basically an auditor that writes codes. So he basically knows what is being done incorrectly on the code and is building right now. He's a warden in Code for Arena, by the way. And Marcio is an enthusiast that comes from the Web3 and now coming to the Web3. So he knows the bits and pieces that we have to mimic from the Web2 space. Here are the tokenomics that we want to share with you. So we have allocated, sorry guys, I will not go in detail. I will give you 5 seconds to have a look. And I just want to say that we allocated 5% to the pre-seed round, 200K in value, and we have a total supply of 1 billion. I'm more than happy to share with you later. Just want to move forward to not lose the time here. But of course, guys, feel free to give me any shouts. So some achievements I haven't mentioned, but we have bootstrapped the whole project. We didn't want to come to investors and say, hey guys, we have this idea. That's not our point. I've been working in project management in Siemens, and I never like it to go to shareholders, hey, I have a new idea and blah, blah, blah. So some achievements that we get with our bootstrap. We have 2 games implemented. CSGO, Counter-Strike, is in our sandbox, not live yet, but Lichess is. We have a fiat on-off and off-ramp with Bancha, so players will be able to deposit funds directly through their debit card. We have 2,000 members overall, the social media. We have a partnership with Lichess, which they give us an open API. We have conducted more than 2,000 matches since July, which we launched our alpha for players. And we have 4 ambassadors in Asia spreading the word about VXG. So for us, it's pretty cool for a bootstrap project. Our go-to-market strategy, how we will gather players and et cetera, et cetera. Well, we want to create a loop between streamers, players, and content creators, because at the end, if they all work together, it's going to benefit all. How? With guaranteed prize pools, new gaming modes, collectible items, games and guilds, Twitch and YouTube streamers, VXG play to earn team to generate more revenue, and then an active online presence, because nowadays it's impossible not to grow with an active online presence. Here, as you can see, what we have achieved already. I have put a check mark. Yes, we have done the landing page that the gaming pulls the VXG token, and we are reaching out to VCs to see if they want to jump in before the MVP launch. It makes sense for us to then go over the mobile app, to create more tournaments and sit and goes, the marketplace, the NFT collection, a VXG software to get out of the web browser and to think about using your ledger into a software that actually makes sense in the future. Then protect more the players and the ecosystem with player analysis tools, anti-cheating bots, and late 2024 World Series of Gaming, of online gaming, and then live events. Now, I just want to make you sure that you know why we have a competitive advantage. Well, we set the tone because we solved the play-to-earn liquidity issues with a sustainable framework. We don't use our token as the currency. We will use in the marketplace, but we use stablecoins. And if you can see in the market cap, on the coin market cap, the dominance in stablecoins, it's pretty huge and is growing constantly. So people will use stablecoins in the future and less tokens. Our platform is simple for any Web3 user. I welcome you to test it with me if you want to play a chess match with me. I'm not a grandmaster, but I will make sure that I will give you some challenge. Our VXG rankings give benefits to the holders. It's not just a token with utility for the governance. It actually creates a metagame strategy for everyone that wants to increase their rewards. Similar to Curve Finance, how they actually benefit the holders from the DAO. And finally, the VXG play-to-earn team brings the talent that we want and increases our treasury to give more rewards to the players. And as I said, we are a protocol that look to incentivize by rewarding in stable coins, because that actually gives you power to move to other investments. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening, and any questions, feel free.
Thank you, Carlos. It was nice how you specifically elaborated on the bootstrap development. Good point. Any questions to Carlos and VX Gaming?
Yeah, sorry. I was just I'm curious about how's the token plays out here. Is that tied into your revenue model? I mean, the fee are paid in VXG token, something like that?
So our currency is in stablecoins, USDC, USDT, whatsoever. The token VXG is what increases you and decreases your protocol fees. So if you hold X amount of VXG tokens, it decreases the protocol fees that you're paying to us, basically to VXG. So lower amount of VXG that you hold, or lower voting power that you hold, higher fees that you're paying to us, and higher amount of token that you hold, or you're voting or contributing to the protocol, lower fees you will pay, basically. So it's based on the contribution that you make. And I haven't seen this in much protocol, especially in GameFi. I've seen it in DeFi. Curve Finance actually does this. That gives you more rewards with the 3V curve. So it's kind of mimicking what we saw that actually work in DeFi, not Ponzi's, not yield farming, and bringing to what gaming is, because esports exists since 2010, even before that. And if you look to the economies of esports, they don't use their tokens. They use a medium of exchange that people make sure that is valuable. So Axie Infinity, really good game, but the problem is they have liquidity issues, as any other play-to-earn game will have, because as a player, I invest in the game with Ethereum, stable coins, or BTC. But when I get the rewards from the actual game, I will need to sell those rewards for the initial investment that I do to make a break-even point. And as the token value goes low, and low, you need to play even more hours to make a break-even point. So this is, look, I don't want to be rude to anyone out there, not even arrogant, but it's just don't reinvent the wheel. Go for what is there already, because Web3 is already there. Where esports, Faceit, ESL, which are the major in esports, they don't use tokens. They give incentives with actual value. I'm not saying that the tokens are invaluable or whatsoever. I'm just saying grow first the protocol and then make sure that your token gets value from the fees that you generate from the protocol. Look at Aave, for example, in the DeFi space. They have a token, that's cool, but what the business revenue comes from the fees of loaning and etc. and lending. So then they they increase the value of the token by getting some part of the revenue generated to actually buy back the token. So it's a consistent framework to actually build value into the token. This happens very well in the traditional finance too. There is a buyback of shares from different companies just to have a bigger percentage of the equity. That's just my point. I hope I answered your question, Clement.
Yeah, sure. So is there any like games in the pipeline that is gonna partner with you right now?
No, not partner, because our point yet is bring as much as possible games from Web2 to our space. Why? Because most of them they have an open API, which is very good for us, very good. Then Web3 games, we have reached out to Zilliqa that they have some games in there, and they would be very keen to integrate them with our API. The thing is, it's not about the quality that we want to see. We don't want to bring Ponzinomics into our platform because that loses the whole point for us, Clement, of course. But of course, since games will implement their ecosystem in our infrastructure, that means they will use our tokenomics or revenue model, which is their community will be competing against each other in stable coins. Then if they want to reward users with their token, we are very okay with that, more than happy with that. But first of all, we want to make sure that users are safe and they don't need to go to another game and then to another game just because the platform or the game has liquidity issues. That doesn't make sense for us.
So let me just clarify here. So the monthly fees are the fees that the games have to pay you guys to use your solution?
Correct. They don't have to pay us. So for example, let's let a simple example. Clement, I want to play with you for $1, okay? And you want to compete with me against $1. So we have $2 in a pool, right? And you are the winner. You receive $1.80, okay? But the protocol took 20 cents from both $2 because it's 10% from you, 10% from me. Got it? And if you have a higher ranking, the fees that you are giving to the protocol decreases because we give back a certain percentage of the fees that you gave back to the protocol.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Similar to cashbacks system. Yeah. Oh, okay.
How do you think, Clement? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I get it. It's more like an open source, like using your API, something like that, to achieve the function to make their game P2E, not like you have to case by case integrate with them with your solution. Yeah.
Anyone can use our API. Actually, the documentation of the API is being finished to be published on our docs in Gitbook. So everyone can have a test, play around in the sandbox, and feel free.
Good.
I think I would say that it would be very interesting to see you focus more on the community side of this, because I see, like the NFT communities, the Web3 community, they all really like to play games together. And if you can capture that value instead of incentivize, focus more on the incentivize part, I think, just focus on the fun community game and like it will come out great. Yeah.
Agree, Clement. If you would be able and kind to help us out on that end, it would be a top notch.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Clement, for your advice here as well. Carlos, I think you will pay attention to this, right?
I will, for sure. Web3, it's Web3. That's why we are migrating from Web2 to Web3.
Good.
Okay.
Any other questions to Carlos? I think not at the moment. So Carlos, thank you very much for your pitch. We will follow up shortly with you after the session. And please.
I just have one question. Sorry, Nelly.
Sure.
My dog is a bit sick, and do I need to stay here?
No. Of course, you can go and take care of your dog. My doggies are barking as well now, but luckily healthy.
Thank you, and thank you everyone. I'm really sorry not staying here and listening to all the founders, but there is
You can watch a recording later on, and I'm crazy about dogs. Everyone knows that, so it's of course the priority.
Apologies, guys, and many thanks. Have a good one. Okay, ciao, ciao.
Take care. Okay, so let's move on, guys. And right now, I want to give the word to a startup from Indonesia, Rapty, and the founder, Tony Simonovsky. Tony, are you ready to pitch?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Hi from Indonesia. It's a bit late here, hence my voice. Okay, I'll start sharing my screen now.
Yeah, it seems to be very, very dark there, but it looks fancy. Don't worry. Yeah, so right now we see your deck.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. So in Rapty, we're building a mobile dance learning game that gives the growing Metaverse population a new way to express themselves through the movement in the real world and in the Metaverse. So our users can learn dance with our AI coach, challenge each other in online dance battles, and also tokenize their dance moves to be used in and sold in other metaverses. We use a phone frontal camera to track users' dance moves and our proprietary technology to assess them and provide instant feedback. So here is a very quick video to give you a quick glance. Sorry. Yeah, it should be with the music, but there is some glitch with it.
Yeah, we don't hear the music here. But
yeah, there's some glitch with my presentation. It doesn't let me turn on the music. But I hope the video shows what we do.
At least I can see it. It looks cool.
Cool. Okay. So most of you must have seen Travis Scott music show in Fortnite that gathered more than 12 million players. It was a music show and players needed to dance somehow. And they did it using a limited number of dance moves that were available. But from a bird's eye view, everyone danced basically the same thing. It's boring. In Web3, not even that. You can only walk or run in the current metaverses. So metaverse market is expected to reach 700 billion by 2030. And digital fashion is growing 30% year over year in the metaverse. In Rapty, we're giving the growing metaverse population a new way, and the very important one in the real world to self-express through movement. So our target audience is Zoomers and Generation Alpha. What do we know about them? There are 2.5 billion Zoomers on the planet. Majority of them playing games, and majority of them play mobile games. They spend on average $15 to $35 a month on gaming. About Alpha, we know that by 2025, there will be 2 billion of them on the planet, and they are said to be the largest generation ever, and also the generation with the largest spending power. And they are also the Metaverse first generation. So both of these younger generations love dance and learning through gamification. And both are looking for new ways to socialize and self-express in the Metaverse. And basically, Rapty is the exact solution for that. How Rapty works, first you get your personalized 3D full body avatar from a photo, then you choose a dance style you want to learn, then you place the phone 1.5 meters from you, and you can learn dance with instant feedback if you're a beginner, or you can mint your dance moves and sell them as NFTs if you're an influencer or a dance coach. And you can challenge other players in dance battles and earn tokens or join multiplayer online parties. So we have already our pre-alpha MVP. So consisting of two iOS builds. So the one on the left is the tracking build. In the video, you can see the screencast of me using the app. I was moving and the avatar was mirroring my dance moves real time. So on the right, you can see our marketing build where influencers can already create their avatars, animate them, and animate them with predefined dances. And now we're merging two builds to present our MVP on the World Metaverse show in Dubai early October. So our go-to-market strategy, three main things. It's working with TikTok influencers. They are looking for new ways, new content types, and new ways to monetize what they do. And that's basically what we're giving them. Dance coaches, they're also like very limited in their earnings. So we're giving them another way to earn, and partnerships with metaverses. Monetization, it's commission from minting and selling NFT moves. It's commissions from the battles, free-to-play mechanics, and branded partner NFTs. A few words about our tokenomics. So we'll have an in-game token, and users, that the main use case for the users to earn won't be the classic play to earn. It will be PvP modes. So players will be earning from each other, and there will be little to no inflation happening. So I can get back to the slide after the pitch if there will be any questions. The team.
You have 30 seconds to finish, please.
Yeah. I came up with the idea 5 months ago and managed to raise the initial funds for my team and build an MVP. Right now, we're a team of 5 full-time, each with 10 to 20 years of expertise in product management, AR, VR, gaming, Web3, and digital marketing. And we also have an external AI team helping us build the technology. We have a few notable angels, which we can skip for now. And we're now raising 200K. We already raised 65 of that. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. It was really interesting presentation. And maybe because it is very, very late in your place, you are a little bit tired. If you are doing dancing gap, you should just explode the energy all over. So for future, maybe better to do the pitch earlier. It is the note for our team as well. Thank you, Tony. Any questions to Tony?
Hey, Tony, I'm curious if you have any traction yet with influencers or dance coaches or anything on the go-to-market side of things.
So for influencers, we have a few people from the influencer marketing who are helping us onboard influencers. For the dance coaches, I personally have not a community, but just contacts of more than 200 people from that industry, because I lived in Brazil for a couple of years and was in that community every day. So we're starting to onboard them this month.
Great.
Thank you, Alex. Any other questions to Tony?
Sorry, I'm just curious. Sorry, Sarah.
Okay. So let me ask. So yeah, and there are several projects related about the dance to earn project. So how do you think you can compete with others?
Easy. We're not dance to earn. I mean, I've been analyzing this market, I mean, specifically Move to Earn for the last 6 months, and I see that Move to Earn is revolutionary for various reasons, but at the same time, the initial model that was created by Stepan and also earlier Exit just doesn't work. Then this inflation only works in the bull market, but in the normal market just doesn't work. So in our case, the main use case for the user to earn is mint their dance moves. which doesn't relate to our token. And in our token, the main use case for them to earn is from the PvP, from the battles, from each other. So there will be little to no inflation, and it's not dance turn. It's more like skill turn, because people are actually challenging each other with their real world dance skills.
Are you satisfied with the answer, Sarah?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Clement, please.
Yeah, I'm just curious about, do you have any plans to like integrate other like PFP NFTs like 3D models? For example, I can have a Bored Ape, record a dance move on your platform and share it to like TikTok, something like that. Is there any plans like that?
Yeah, actually, in our previous pitch deck, we had one of the go-to-market strategies is there are quite a lot of PFPs, even 3D full body avatars on the market, but none of them actually have any use case so far. So if we give them that use case, they will share their community. So yeah, that's not the top first priority go-to-market, but I would say top two.
But that would be doable with your technology right now.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Clement. Any other questions? If not, that's okay. You can always ask questions in private conversations. Thanks a lot, Tony, for your presentation. You can stop the screen share now. Yeah, and sorry for keeping you so late. I don't know what is the time there.
It's okay, midnight.
Midnight. Oh, that's not too bad yet. Then let me come to another startup from Asia, this time from Vietnam, Moverse, and the founder, Bruce Hong. Bruce, are you ready?
Yeah, thank you. It's actually called Moverse. It's a combination between moving and the metaverse.
Sorry, Moverse. I will remember it.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, I'll try to make it quick. So first, we started with the philosophy of why we created it projects. Basically, we find out that it's a huge demand, especially in traditional market. It's standing at $4.4 trillion, and even the traditional app has a huge amount of demands and a GMV value. And the leases from the blockchain, you see it's a minimus. That is the reason number one. We want to convert it and also monetize, perfectly balancing between the Web 2 tradition community and then the Web 3. Basically, we want it to be the bridge to close the gap. But how do we do it? Is to offer the virtual fitness training, like really spot on, using a lot of AI technologies integrated as a core. Also massive sources of data to make it scientific, precise, and mathematically calculated. And then also we provide a nutrition plan, and last but not least, emotional wellness from social file, sharing moments from community activities, and last but not least, engagement. So we try to solve these projects like you see a lot of people are unmotivated, lack connection, expensive in costing when they choose to buy some package of training or hire a PT, and last but not least, time consuming. So what do we offer? So we offer a lot of motivation, not just earning, but first and foremost, they got to get fit. So the ultimate goal is how to gain back the confidence for people, having them to optimize the result of training, and then the earning will come. The second one is they can absolutely find people sharing the same hobby and same sport with them to share the moment or even information about, okay, how do you do these kind of movement and practicing, or what kind of diet plan that you are eating. And the third thing is, like I said, because we use AI technologies as a core, we also integrate with traditional health application like Strava, for example, and wearable provider like Amazfit or Garmin or something like that to inherit all the best features that have already been built and developed and sustained for a very long time. So instantly, so that we can instantly offer those value to end users on blockchain world. And last but not least, combined with all the massive sort of data, you've got the daily training log data from every kind of users. And the second sort of data is coming from our ambassador, which is professional athlete in the world. They will be composed directly documentation. So at the end of the day, you should have a virtual assistant from AI system. It can be really smart and customized for every one of you. What do we offer? So again, one-stop Finity app would mean that we support multiple types of sport, not just running and walking like step and like Kayla or Vertical or the move turn. That's why we don't call us a move turn project. We have move turn factor, but we never consider ourselves a move turn at the end of the day. It's a fitted and the one stop. Profitable experience in fitness, right? After a while, when we managed to build a solid traction within the community of real users, not just people who have got hype and invest in these projects and then get out, we will then establish a DAO system so that we lower the price and the cost of everything in the game and in the DM in terms of activity for burning the token, because at that time, the total supply of the token should be burned and decreased substantially. And by the time, everything is going to be a little bit costly. So we will have people to vote for that to lower the cost and expense without harming the token price, and still have the people to easily get access to the projects at all time. And of course, in order to do that, we have a perfect burning mechanism. Basically, we burn 40% of the token in every single activity. You got a show minting. And because we don't sell NFT, we just mint 1,000 Genesis NFT at first to offer all the holders through staking pool. That's the only way for them to possess an NFT, right? And then they can actually choose to breed new shoes using our token. They can also unlock socket, upgrade, repair, because it's not infinite in longevity, right? You got to do something about your shoes if you want to continue earning. And last but not least, like I said, we want to have a solid community by offering community value first, and then to build a community. And last but not least, when we have a community, we have a third-party collaboration. We call this a B2B2C model. So we support 6 types of sport at first. It's divided into cardio training and strength training, as you can see here. We do inherit and execute like all the fundamental features of traditional LF. But at the same time, we want to solve a major problem that we have yet to see other projects to solve, like you can see here. And like I said, the social platform is actually a really crucial state. I'll make an example right now. This is a world where everybody have a digital style. They can actually wandering around this town, basically access to any center. And these center building represent not only the Web2 company, you got like cafeteria like Starbucks, where people can actually do a lot of motion and order some drinks, right? Or some so to have some really good discount when they can actually purchase it and then bring it into any real life cafeteria shop to exchange for a real item. And it goes the same time with a shoe like this. For example, if you have a really rare NFT of shoes from Nike, who are going to do collaboration with us later on, you can actually exchange for a real shoe, a pair of shoes of Nike in the real world. That's a real value. And also it's a perfect revenue stream to balance the inflation of the model in the long run. So you got school, mega market for shopping, play to earn, banking. This is a really powerful one because we have a lot of data about maybe some purchasers' behavior, and then we can absolutely embrace those models. Museum, and last but not least, factory for startup to breed new concept. This is our tokenomics. As you can see that we started at 15 billion because it will dramatically be reduced in the long run. But our evaluation only 3 million at first. So you see it's a really small cap. So that we make it easier and pretty much at all time for anybody to join in. Last but not least, I'll talk a little bit about roadmap. Right now, our Android version are already ready and available for anyone to download into your phone and test it the app by themselves. I can actually show some quick video about the app right here. This is a real app application UI and UX. So we make it really easy and friendly for any people from traditional. Like you said, first you input some measurement statistic of your body in here. and then you can do the registration like boom, like this. So you see this, the color, the branding, the content arrangement is basically everything in combined with between crypto and traditional app.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce. I think the time is over now for the brief, but the idea sounds amazing. And for those lazy people who are fighting with extra weight, like I do all my life, it sounds like a great solution. I'm looking forward to see when it will be live to test it. So include me in the waiting list, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send right over to you after this meeting, the download link so that you can experience yourself.
Awesome. So questions to Bruce. Investors, please don't forget to unmute yourself when asking. I can't believe that you don't have any questions.
Okay.
I think I'm asking a lot of questions, so I'm a little bit like, okay. So anyway, do I have to like acquire your NFT in order to play?
No, actually you're not, because you can actually register consecutively for 30 days, and then you will have an NFT for free. Of course, it's a trial version, so the level of earning is not as good as the GenZ, one of the 1,000 GenZ NFT, but it encourages you anyway to see that, okay, this is kind of a reward that accumulated in time. So encourage you to actually make a purchase to possess one of the real NFTs so that you can unlock a full reward form. And also you can have mystery gift like educational training courses for free, or you can have a sponsorship reward from our real world partner. So that is one way of seeing that. And of course, another way is to have a real NFT.
Mm-hmm. So do I have to like, do I have to use the token to like repair, to upgrade?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, actually you do. And it's a powerful anti-burning mechanism. Like you can see here, we got a perfect map for anyone to see. So the yellow line is actually implicating what kind of activity that you will use our token for. And 40% of those tokens as ingredient will be burned instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for some like more complicated exercise, are you planning to use like smartwatch, something like that, to track the data?
Yes, yes, we do. Actually, there's two target segmentation. One kind is indoor, which is all the people who stay at home in your room using free weight training, using pushing up. For example, I'll show you right now a video clip. How our AI system works. So as you can see here, this guy doing push-up, right? And the AI system will tell you exactly how accurate you are doing. If you are doing like 80%, it will notify you what kind of the thing that you should adjust in order to optimize the training result. Because again, your health and your physical condition is our goal. And that also, if you optimize it, your earning will be also 100%.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought about the anti-cheat like mechanism?
Yeah, anti-cheat mechanism works at a different way. The first thing is, of course, through our camera AI system, which means that at all times you do training, you have to turn on the camera and let the AI system work for you. And how the AI system works is through the massive source of data, like I mentioned earlier, right? It has to be scientifically composed. It has to be scientifically instructed by all the training advisor like you see here. These guys actually are professional athletes, so they make the perfect documentation. So they basically teach the AI system to be smart enough to detect. And for the running and walking, for example, or for cycling, we actually have a engine to count the step and the pace and the running map that you can see here. So it's calculate with it's synchronized with the GPS map of the Google. So it's make a perfect measure. Of course, last but not least is integration with how traditional app like Strava, because Strava is already integrated with a lot of smart devices, wristbands, smartwatch, even phone, right? It helps us to inherit all the features.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Clement. And I think that the rest questions you can discuss privately with investors, so we can go on, and you can stop your screen share, Bruce.
Okay, before I stop, I would love to say the final thing. I believe that the digital market is placing really close around that. Right? That is why we do a lot of partnership with traditional, especially we are co-organizer with National Miss Sport event 2022 to attract real people from the traditional, and this is our social traction, like 30,000 people on Discord. We just built it from 2nd of July, but we have 32,000 people already, and Telegram is 45,000. Twitter is 37,000 people. Yeah.
That's impressive. Thanks for sharing this, Bruce, and continue moving on. I wish the best of luck to your project, and we'll follow up with you shortly.
Okay.
Thank you, Bruce. And last but not least for today, I know that everyone should get a bit tired, but please focus your attention right now to another startup, this time from Estonia, Winto Labs, and the founder, Oliver. Oliver, are you ready to pitch?
Sure, yeah, thanks for bringing me up. Can you hear me good?
That's great. Yes, we hear you great. And can you please start your screen share?
Sure, all right. Can you see my screen?
Right now, yes. So the microphone is yours. 5 minutes, Oliver. Don't make you stop. Make me stop you in the middle, okay?
I try rather fast. All right. So my name is Oliver. I'm the founder of Winto, the world's first decentralized raffle-to-earn platform for NFT. And I'm here to present you the new solution to solve the liquidity issue of the NFT market and change the way how people liquidate the NFT. So before we go into the problem, maybe I should quickly tell you about the platform we have. So Winto, we offered you a way to create your own decentralized raffle for the NFT, and we offered you deep liquidity, floor protection for projects, and a new meta called raffle to earn. So what is the issue right now with the market? So NFT space is expecting to achieve 100 billion market cap by 2028. But most of the NFT we know for the fact are illiquid assets, meaning you cannot sell them quickly and effectively. And we see like during the market crash, like this year in May, we were trading about $1.5 billion at post-trade weekly, but right now we barely touched $1 billion a week. So we see that floor price and trading volume falling sharply because we have no liquidity in the market. People listing their NFT lower to cash out, and it's create a domino effect on the market. So how we get out of this situation? So as an NFT, collector, DJ myself, I know for the fact that so many holders right now, they can sell and they want, like to protect their community. So they don't want to sell below the floor. And on the other hand, we have NFT lovers. They love to join this amazing community like God or, OKBear on Solana. But the entry point to get into the community is so high, like, we're talking $10,000. So they don't have that money. I don't have that money. So that's why I create this platform, a raffle platform where we allow people to create their own raffle and kind of like crowdfund for the NFT instead of selling to one guy, like you list on Magic Eden, you wait for a week or maybe even a month, and there's no one, picking that price. So that's the issue right now with marketplace model. And on the other hand, like we have players, maybe 1,000, maybe just 100 of them is enough. Everyone buy like 1 or 2 tickets worth like in SOL or whatever token we are going to issue in the raffle, and they have a chance of winning this blue chip NFT. And what we make this so exciting is a raffle mechanism where people can get some token in reward. So imagine on every ticket you can get like some token. And with this token, you can continue to buy more ticket in the future raffle. So imagine like you spend like $10, at the end you get back like $6 something in, in our token, and you can continue to participate in more future raffle. And you can also like use a token to stake, to share revenue with the platform. So it's like more a long-term investment. I can see that like, a more convincing solution for, like conservative people like who are really strict with their money. They don't want to spend money on gambling, but they can see it as, an investment long-term. So this is the project, we have built a beta platform last month, and you can see right now we have the front page. We display every raffle. You can put your own raffle in, and you can set the price, and you can set the duration. And you can see here, this is a real example. This guy created this raffle for this NFT. You know, you can see all the details here, and we can see that there's an interesting, you know, situation here. So the minimum target is 500 win token. So initially the raffler, the organizer, he asked for 500 win tokens. So he thinks it's the fair price to sell it out. But at the end, he ended up with nearly 5,000 win token. That's mean like 10 times higher what he asked for. So we introduce this mechanism to show people like this is how liquidity is fixed. This is how you can sell your NFT. So I think that potentially in the future we will see like, hey, why should I go list on the marketplace? Why should I, you know, like why don't I like go to this Winto platform and create a raffle for myself? And I know for the fact that after maybe 5 days or 7 days, I will get some money back for sure. So I can pay for electricity bill or whatever. So you don't have to wait for somebody, you know, just pick up the listing price for marketplace. So visibility is a really big, you know, part of this platform, because like with more visibility, you will get more, you know, buyers, ticket buyer, and also like higher sale for your NFT. So we introduced a collection of 999 wins. They will help you to create your own raffle at a prioritized spot, so you can attract more eyeballs to the raffle. You can also get some free waiver, you know, for the raffle service. Also get win token by drop and join our community. But yeah, if you don't want to, you can also create free raffle, but you know, less visibility for you. So at the end, we want to solve the liquidity issue, and we want to make the platform a go-to place for accessibility. You know, we want to make NFT mainstream. People can buy and sell easily the NFT. And when we compare with other players on the market, this is fairly a new market, so there's not many players right now. And we are far more superior in terms of, you know, functionality. We have like bonus ticket mechanism. We have cancel and refund, which will, you know, protect our user, organizer, and also like ticket buyers. We have like raffle to earn. Of course, this is exciting. Yeah, our team is fairly new, so we have two guys. Like I am more, you know, like of the marketing guy, and my co-founder is an experienced developer in, you know, Web3 space. So we have partnered up with some big name, big brain holding is, you know, like as our first VC investor. And we have made some few friends in the space, you know, like NFT project or DAOs. They want to create their own raffle for their community. So they want, you know, to go to us to, you know, use the platform basically. So win token, we have like 1 billion win token in total. And our go-to-market strategy is to airdrop 5% of it to blue chip community, so they can, you know, be attracted to our platform. They can try it out. They can potentially like put their blue chip entity in raffle. So we have more user, and of course, there's the economic. We are raising the seed round at 20 million market valuation. And our roadmap, we have finished our beta platform, and we are looking for more funding to advance our platform and maybe potentially like, you know, get more revenue stream from this platform to advertising and, you know, subscription model. And in the future, we want to go cross-chain. You know, right now we are on Solana, but like, you know, Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain is like huge market there. So thanks for listening. I hope it's 5 minutes. Thank you.
Great time.
And if you have questions.
Thanks a lot for your presentation. And what I like today is that startups do not follow the previous trends, understand the problems of the current market situation and trying to solve it. So this sounds really appealing for me. But let's listen what investors have to say or to ask you. Any questions to Oliver? Yeah, Alex, please.
Hey, Oliver, thanks for the pitch. Question centers around the choice to leverage the WIN token for the, I guess, NFT sellers to receive once a raffle has been completed versus using a stablecoin or a SOL in the instance of you guys being on Solana. Can you maybe discuss a little bit around the reasoning behind that? Because I could potentially see volatility of the WIN token affecting how the raffles kind of end up. And dynamics between the buyer and the seller?
Yeah, so the win token to buy a raffle ticket at a discount. So people can of course like spend Solana or ETC in the future. But if they use a win token, they can get some discount. So it's create a liquid market for us. So and also like to correct you a bit. So when you create the raffle, you don't actually get the win token, but the players. So they play and they earn the token.
I see. So as a seller of the NFT, I'm receiving. What am I receiving once the raffle has been completed and my NFT sells?
The ticket. You can see the model here. You can create your raffle and you get the ticket, sales in reward for the organizer. But as a player, you get some token back and you can continue to play, future raffles.
Okay.
Are you satisfied with answer, Alex? I'm not sure. Seeing it your face.
I have some deeper questions. We're actually looking at a project that's similar to this one right now. So we've gone through some diligence on that, and I have some deeper questions, but it's probably best saved for a follow-up chat with Oliver.
That's amazing. I will ping you many times to confirm and make an intro. Awesome. Any other questions to Oliver? Hello, Clement, do you have any questions? Jack, Sarah? No? Okay, then probably you also want to leave them for private conversations. And in order not to make more of your time today, guys, we are already live for 1 hour and a half. I want to say big thank you to all startup founders and all VCs investors that joined us today in the Zoom session. We will be at your disposal at InnMind team to support you with warm introductions, any extra details about startup founders and startup pitch decks, and of course, for anything else you need from us to facilitate the deal closure. And for founders, please keep your pitch decks uploaded to startup profiles on InnMind, updated, so that we are not running for you to ask for updates and for the recent pitch decks. And yeah, I hope that in a couple of weeks or maybe a month's time, we can announce some good deals. And the next pitching session will be dedicated for Web3 and blockchain infrastructure startups vertical, and it will be just in a couple of weeks on 21st of September. So if any of investors here are interested in infrastructure projects, we are of course welcoming you there. We will contact you privately. Thank you very much, everyone. And follow up, you will go to sleep maybe and to have a rest, and our team will start pinging you and following up. Thanks a lot for today. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.